called 521, which is this, which I believe you're seeing in reverse mirror. So, so the thing with me is, even from the early days, as soon as I started getting my own headline shows, as soon as Lyrical Maniac was out, we used to go and do shows in loads of different places, and everywhere we went, we would make a big effort to invite some locals to come up on stage and do something, you know. So that was the point. We were trying to encourage other people to get their local talents and make them realize you got talent on your doorstep. Don't just support us, not support them, you know, because it's important that you get behind your community. You done it wrong. It's 0521. The first time was right.
I'm reading it wrong.
Yeah. 0521. Yeah, it was right the first time. But yeah, so that's always been my thing. I've always like invited people up on stage, from rappers, beatboxers, DJs, you know, even breakdancers up on stage to do things if we had a big enough space on the stage to do that. And as long as, because back then the turntables would jump if you're bouncing around on stage too much. You know, now you got luxuries of Serato or whatever, the needles ain't jumping. You know what I mean? So it's different. So we used to jump up on stage, do our thing, invite local talent up. And what I did was in 2011, 2012, I wanted to start this platform, but I was busy with another business. So I used to write, I used to burn CDs. I used to do CD duplication as a business. And that was doing really well for me. So I was so busy, I didn't have time to kind of evolve into the next stage of my life, which was 521. We didn't have the name 521, but the concept was already in my head that I'm going to do this. So when the pandemic kicked in and it killed my business, I was like, yo, now's the time. I'm not waiting. Like, it was literally an overnight decision. I either wait, because 1 minute you're doing up to 20,000 CDs a day to suddenly doing 20 CDs a day because of the pandemic, because no one can go anywhere, do anything. So this, right. We know when this was going to carry on, or even if it didn't carry on, if we would be able to go back to normality. And I'm glad I left the business, because now we can't even find blank CDs to burn. You know, now there's a whole, like the materials we need to complete a job is a missing yet. And even if we can get it, it's extremely expensive now compared to what it was. And customers would not be ordering that. They're just opt to go for the online route. I'm just going to put it on Bandcamp. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's basically where it was going. So when the pandemic kicked in, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go with this. But by that time, I was managing a group called 521, which was my son and another guy. We basically went our separate ways because of our differences that we had. And I decided, you know what, I've printed the merchandise, I've got the truck, I've done this, I've done that. I'm going to hold on to it. And I'm going to keep the name 521. Now, 521 left a little bit of a bad reputation as a group because of one person in the group. I'm not going to say who. And because of that reputation, I had a lot of people kind of calling me up and saying, yo, you should change the name because that reputation is going to follow you. And I'm like, I'm not changing the name. I'm going to make people forget that the group even existed. So the only time you hear about the group is when I mention it. But now people only see 521 as the platform and not the group. Although those that were there will remember we put some videos out there, and the videos were of high quality. You know, we'd spend anything up to 10, 12 grand on a video. So it wasn't like your £100, £200 budget videos. It never was that. It was always expensive. It was always, you know, we'd hire tanks and all types of shit for the videos. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah. Because definitely, I mean, yeah, you want to keep those eyes, you know, whatever can get, yeah, that stands out. That's what I was going to say right there. Definitely, you know.
Yeah, and we knew, I mean, being in the game for so long, I knew that you couldn't just stand in front of a tower block and wave your hands and be a crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I did our first record covers, that's what we were doing. So before all these guys, you know, you're seeing us lot, we were all in a crew together. We were all in front of the train station and whatever, and you know, posing as part of that. So we've already pioneered all of that. We're pioneering the next thing, and like I feel like if I'm moving into the future, if I'm not pioneering something, then it's no point carrying on.